We are just underway here at Cavalier Field, and the first out of the ball game. So Lane Snow led off, and he went down on strikes, and that brings in Ben Merriman. The first pitch to Merriman in, and it will hit him in the back. So that'll put one on with one away for the Dodge City A's pitcher Emerson Lott. Miller Durham takes the first pitch he sees. It's a ground ball up the middle, and that'll put two on with one away for the Liberal BJs, batting here in the top of the first. Matt Mendez up for the Liberal BJs. Takes the first pitch he sees from Emerson Lott. It's inside. Ball number one. One-0 pitch coming up from Emerson Lott. It's a swing and a miss, and Mendez even in the count now at one apiece. Final home game of the season. We did host family recognition before the game, and the host family program, one of the pillars of this team, that without them, we would not be able to have summer baseball. The 1-1 pitch goes down low, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one delivery coming up from Lott. Swung on and missed. Way out ahead of that pitch was Mendez, and it's now a 2 balls, 2 strike count. Pitch in, it's a check swing. Full count worked by Mendez, and we'll see the payoff pitch coming up from Emerson Lott. Lott on the first base side of the rubber, fires in, and it's low. It's ball 4, and that'll load the bases full of BJs.
Yeah, the BJs, they are a team that scores early and scores often. They're a really good team. They're going to be heading to the NBC. They're good. I mean, it's really, that's all you can say about it. They put barrel on ball constantly, hard contact. They fight to get to first base. They play a complete game. They don't make a lot of errors. They pitch well. They throw strikes. You know, it's just they're a complete team.
That pitch is popped up. It's going out towards left field. Gorsh able to pull that one down, and Merriman thought about tagging up to come home, but thought better of it, and that is 2 away. And you're right. The BJs are a team that traditionally have been a good team. They actually won the NBC back in 2010.
Like, won it all?
Yes.
So, yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't doubt it. They are a good team. They're complete. You know, 1 through 9 can hit. All their pitchers, from their starter to their closer, can all throw strikes. And everybody on their team plays, plays defense well, and can make the routine plays. I mean, it's cool having a superstar that can make all those amazing diving plays and the grabs. But at the end of the day, 95% of your plays are going to be basic routine ones. And when you make the routine plays, you win.
Well, and you saw last night the BJs having their final home game of the season last night voted Robert Orr as their most valuable player, and we saw why last night. He comes out, first hit of the ball game, a double that gets the BJs on the board.
I thought it was a triple. The man hit, like
Yeah,
he
it was.
pieced it into the gap off the wall.
It was a triple.
And the ball does not fly well in Liberal. Like,
Yeah.
if we're going to be honest, like, some of our guys are in BP are just mashing it, and it's just not going anywhere. So for them to do that yesterday is so impressive. I mean, I pitched yesterday, and anytime I was in the zone, they hit the ball hard. You know, I didn't walk the house. I threw it there, and they hit it, and they hit it hard. Like, there was this guy, I had him 0-2. You know, that's a really great count to have. I threw him a fastball because I had thrown him just like slider, that he'd been fouling off. So, okay, this fastball is going to probably get like some good ride on it. It's probably going to look a lot faster than it really is. It might, you know, blow it by him. Nope, he saw it and absolutely pieced it into the right center gap. You know, there's some times where, you know, it's just baseball. That's just how baseball works.
Indeed, and you're going to have those seasons. Obviously, not the season that the A's had hoped for, coming in at 10-22, coming into tonight. I mean, it's just it's one of those things that it is what it is. It's baseball.
I mean, and in simplest terms, yeah, it's just baseball. That's just how it works. And, you know, it's gonna be a really weird statement to say, but we are actually a pretty good 10-22 team. Like, we beat Hayes.
We've beaten Hayes twice in the year.
Like, we have them overall in the series too. Hayes, we beat them I think like 4 times.
We've only beat them twice all year long. No, 3 times.
3?
Yes.
Okay.
But one of those was a non-league contest.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're up in the league series. We're up on Hayes 2-1. We obviously have not won a game against the Liberal BJs.
Yeah, that is also true. Have not. And I mean, we did lose a few players on the way. Oh no! Like, you want to talk about being baseballed? Oof. Okay.
Zach Mora there to haul that one down. It'll end the inning, and you know, there it is. It's Zach Mora. We've seen him struggle a little bit here late in the season, but defensively he comes out. He makes that good catch. He was ranging out into left field to make that one. Pulls it down. That does it. The BJs leave them loaded. They only get 1 run out of a bases loaded jam. We'll be back after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
And we are back in the bottom of the first with Shannon Martin leading off against Fidel Hatch.
So Shannon Martin set to lead off for your Dodge City A's. Your batting lineup: Martin, Weisermans, Roberts, Murphy, Vassell, Buckley, Mora, Mendoza, and Gorsh. The 9 in the lineup tonight for your Dodge City A's. Emerson Lott, of course, got the start for the pitcher as Martin takes the second pitch. It is called strike to even the count at 1 apiece.
Let's see what Shannon can do. Shannon's really good on getting barrel on baseball. It's just, he gets real unlucky, because he'll hit a ball, he'll piece it up, and it'll be like right at the shortstop or something. You know what I mean? So he puts together good ABs. Sometimes they just don't fall. As that ball is in the batter's box for a strike. Looked really inside to me. The 2-2 on its way to Shannon Martin. Another ball spiked. Keep doing that. We might actually have a chance in this game. So the first batter goes full count. 5-pitch AB as of right now. 6-pitch on its way. You always want to make sure to get to the bullpen as quick as possible, as that ball is low for ball number 4. And a leadoff runner for the Dodge City A's.
Something the A's didn't see a whole lot of last night.
That is not true. We had bases loaded, nobody out in the first inning.
In the first.
And
but
then
after that,
we had a triple play.
After that, though, the A's went down 1-2-3 in consecutive innings.
As much as I love my boys, bases loaded, nobody out, and not scratching one across is it's such a Dodge City A's thing. We have done that so many times this year.
Yep.
We've done that, and we've also done where we have bases loaded, nobody out, and only get like one across, or like runner at third, nobody out.
Oh, I can't tell you how many times this season we've left the bases loaded.
Oh, it's insane. It hurts. It hurts. We do a great job getting runners on. We just can never get we get a lot of hits until we need them, if that makes sense. Like we get base hit, and it's all right, now there's a runner in scoring position. Let's get it done, and we don't. And you know what? That's baseball. It is what it is. But we've had a few constant things in this on our game. One of them, Cole Airhorn, ever since his first start, like where he was a little bit shaky, has been money. He's had quality after quality after quality start for him. And then the other consistent in this, not so good season, Grant Weiserman. If you're a betting man, always bet on him getting on base and getting a base hit.
He had 2 of the 3 hits last night for the Dodge City A's.
Oh, yeah, and then he came into the dugout saying how he couldn't see because he didn't have his contacts. Do you know how good you have to be to not be able to see and get 2 of the only 3 hits? Like, what is he batting this year? He's got to be batting still above 400.
No, he's not.
Cooled off a little bit, but still. And Grant Weiserman walks. And we got plenty of speed on the bases, too. Shannon's fast. Grant's fast.
Brings in Dominic Roberts.
Who's not that fast.
He's a catcher. Give him some credit.
Oh, I'm going to give him a lot of credit, actually, because he's like one of the only catchers that refuses to have a courtesy runner. Not only does he refuse to have a courtesy runner, he takes pride in not using that courtesy runner and getting stolen bases. How many stolen bases does Dom have on the year? He's got at least 7.
I don't know. We'll see.
No, he's got a good amount. He loves stealing bases. It's pretty impressive, especially coming from a catcher who takes pride in running. Oh, that is a great team AB. That's another thing we have not been doing a whole lot of, playing team baseball. Dom giving himself up right now to get a runner in second and third with less than 2 outs. Giving up your AB for the team, like that's exactly what we need. This season's already shot. This season's already done. And he wants to still win. He's not giving up.
Yeah.
Just squaring around out there shows that he's not giving up and he wants to win.
1-1 count to Roberts, trying to lay down a bunt. We'll see what happens. The 1-1 delivery shows bunt again, pulls back, and there goes Shannon Martin over to third.
I couldn't tell what Blue said, 2-1, ball low. So the bunt is now off. Grant Weiserman will be on the pitch. He's hitting himself on the head. Knows he should have advanced with Shannon. Should have been on a string, but Grant's fast enough. He's just going to take it right now. Wow. So from the looks of it, Blue is going to have an extremely tight zone.
He always does.
I do not know where that one missed, if we're going to be completely honest. Ooh, close, but no cigar. Dominic up in the hitter's count, 3-1. Let's see what he can do. Scratch a run across for us. Oof, it is getting close over there at first. That's about as far as Grant can get.
Yeah.
We also have, if you look at the mountain of a man on our first base coach side, that is Matthew Rivers, big country himself, the ginger giant, as the ball's low for ball number 4 and
Loads the bases. Nobody out.
Nobody out.
But hopefully the A's have some selective amnesia, because we were in this situation last night and didn't get anything out of it. Brings up Nate Murphy. Murphy hitting in the cleanup spot tonight for your Dodge City A's.
I mean, we've also had it where we've had guys in these situations not get base hits, but absolutely barrel balls. That triple play yesterday, Isaiah.
Oh, he barreled it.
He barreled it.
But it was a very athletic play by Ben Merriman, who is also in center field here tonight.
Well, also the wind was pushing that ball in. No wind or anything about that. He's probably hitting a grand slam.
Wind was blowing in. It was about 18 mile an hour last night.
And it just hit a wall, and the ball just stopped, and he was able to get it. And barely got it at that, too.
And made it, it was a shoestring catch.
If he doesn't make that catch, all of our guys are scoring, all 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, it's a bases clearing double. At least.
But, as they say, that's baseball. It's like when you get out-bluffed in poker. That's poker, man. Can't be mad about it. Nate Murphy has been consistently hitting barrels, so don't let that batting average speak, ill of him. That doesn't show the whole story. He hits baseballs hard.
He started hot in the season, cooled off a little bit through the middle and later part of the season, but Nate Murphy's still a guy that can put balls in play and
do it, put him in play hard. He'll get. I promise he'll get a barrel. This AB right here. This pitcher wants to do nothing but just lay fastballs in the zone. He's struggling. He's walked 3 straight batters. He's not throwing anything off speed. He just wants to get a fastball down the middle. So Murphy needs to be looking right now. Fastball. Don't miss it. Be on time with it and hit it hard.
Fidel Hatch, the aforementioned pitcher, and
just got under it.
Up.
Just got under it. Second baseman calls him off for out number 1. And that brings up Jake Vassell, Mr. Cheese himself. Jake changed his walk-up song to Crazy in Love by Beyonce. We were driving on the way over, because, that's my roommate. And this song came on his playlist, and I was like, you know what? I think this is it. This is the walk-up song. He goes, I think it is too. So Jake Cheese, more than due, has Beyonce in his corner. As that ball's outside for ball number 1. The 1-0 to Cheese. Chopped foul down the right field line for strike number 1. The count evens up at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded for your Dodge City A's. Let's see what you got, Cheese. As that ball is somewhere for a ball.
Not in the zone.
I don't know where. If I was pitching today, I'd have a bad one. I'd definitely have gotten thrown out.
There's actually a really good crowd on hand tonight as well.
Well, it's our last game of the year. Even if you don't like how the season's going, these small town folk really are supportive of us.
Yeah. I mean, and Liberal, they're all over here on the right-hand side of the stadium, and they've got a good contingent here too.
Yeah, I wish it was, we were more competitive with them, made it, like a rivalry rather than,
it's still a rivalry.
I mean, when you get mercied every game, is it a rivalry?
We haven't been mercied every game.
The only time we haven't been mercied by them was both non-league games, I think, actually. Because we had a non-league game where we lost by 2.
No, we've only lost to them Mercy Rule twice, maybe.
Well, on July 4th, they beat us by 7. So technically not a mercy rule.
That's not a mercy rule. Come on.
Come on.
Have some faith.
It's baseball. Anything more than 3 is a pretty big game. And that ball is low as he walks in a run. I told you, when you have Beyonce at your back, good things are going to happen to you.
So we have a tie ball game now, and strangely enough, both runs scored in the ball game off of a walk.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings in Ryan Buckley.
Ryan Buckley hasn't played an inning in the field because he is coming off of a labrum surgery. So he is good enough to hit, though. Saw him in BP. He hits the balls hard. He's a strong kid. If you've ever looked at, stood next to Ryan, he's a big boy.
And that's, again, that's part of what summer ball is about is most of our team is guys that didn't get as many at-bats throughout the school year or didn't get any at all, for that fact. Some guys that didn't get very many innings. And it's about coming out here and working on your game. As Buckley, a little bit of a check swing, didn't even get the bat off of his hands, off of his shoulder, but it's a check swing, and he is now down in the count 0-2.
Oh, my gosh. We need to work on his acting skills. He says that it hit him in his arm or in his wrist. Man, if it really did hit you in the wrist, your bat is on the ground. You're writhing in pain. You're asking for the doctor.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Got to ham it up a little bit.
But like we said, Buckley's a big, strong kid, so he barely even felt it, if we're going to be honest with you. It hit off his wrist, and he probably dented the baseball, if we're going to be honest. So.
But, I mean, back to what we were saying, you know, the summer season is so much about getting guys repetitions, and part of that, I mean, Ryan Buckley, one of those guys, coming off of an injury and coming out and getting at bats, trying to figure out, you know, how he can handle swinging a bat again.
Yeah, I know. Like, he was so, like, just fresh off of his injury that, you know, he missed, like, half of our season, too.
Yeah. He didn't even join the team until, like, almost 4 weeks in.
Yeah, exactly, because, you know, of his injury, you know. Like, if you look at most of the guys that are on the bases right now, like, I think G. Wise is probably the only one that got, like, consistent playing time. You know, most of the guys, though, really didn't, you know.
Well, and you look at someone, to even further that point, little check swing again, and it's a full count worked. But, you know, look at Isaiah. Isaiah comes from Cal Berkeley. Didn't get in a bat at all this season. Didn't even see the field for Cal Berkeley.
Didn't make the travel roster. You know,
and he comes out here, and that man, as of late, has been on fire.
Oh, yeah, he's a walking barrel party. And you know what's hilarious? His barrels don't even work, and it's the funniest thing. That ball that he pieces up yesterday for a triple play, bloops one for a base hit, hits another missile for an out. You know, that's just baseball. He hits baseballs hard, but I think it's honestly hilarious. Like, he comes into the dugout. We have this, like, rubber chicken. Because one day he was hitting, and he had like 3 really good barrels right at people every time. And he comes in, mad as, you know, like a bat out of hell. And he's like, I need to kill a chicken or something. Like, I like, something has to give. You know what I mean? And so they got a little rubber chicken, and they gave it to him, and he grabs the rubber chicken. It's the funniest thing.
Did the BJs make a pitching change?
Oh, a position player. Number 5. So is Fidel a two-way? Where did Fidel go?
He went to the dugout.
He did?
Yeah.
I only saw the coach go. Oh, wait, no, that is not a position player.
No, he's going back to the bullpen. Yeah, Fidel's down here in the bullpen.
My goodness, those guys are stealthy.
I didn't even see people warming up down there.
I didn't even see someone walk out with the coach. Well, with that being said, that brings in Brooks Kappelman.
No, it's not
you're
Brooks.
Right, you're right. Wait, there's no number 5 on their roster. Wait, no, that's their center fielder, Ben Merriman?
No, that's not Merriman.
Because they don't have a 5 on their roster on my thing.
We'll take a step aside. We'll figure it out. We'll be back after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
So the mystery man, they said his name is Cage Ralston. Is that what they said? He is not on our roster. He must have just been freshly added. There's no number 5. So the screen will remain blank with his name, but we will keep the pitch count and everything else accurate as always, as that first pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 1. Mr. Justin's not having a good time right now because he's the main scorekeeper, and he has to input new players and do a bunch of stuff. No one ever tells Justin anything, do they? Ooh, is that ball swung on and missed for strike number 2? Feeling good, Justin?
Yep.
0-2 on its way. Way outside for ball number 1. The Doza man is on deck. Mr. Doza will be going to DC3, incoming freshman, just graduated high school. Oh, swung on and missed for strike number 3, and Zemore goes down on strikes. Hey, well, we did break the cycle. We did have bases loaded, nobody out, and we scored 2 instead of none. That was a K. Oh, it was 0-2. No, 1-2. 1-2. Mr. Doza on his way, as that ball's way in the back of the screen, and that will bring in Dominic Roberts for another run for your Dodge City A's. 3 runs on no hits. No, Franco, we do not have a hit. You walked the bases loaded, walked a run in, and then
There are no hits in the ball game, and we've scored 3 runs with 2 runners on.
you know, Dodge City A's stay hot. As there's a helicopter in the background. Don't know where you're going, sir.
It looks like it took off from the hospital.
Ooh, this guy does have a lot of movement on his pitch. So, count goes 1-2 to Mr. Doza. Great RBI opportunity right here. Base hit puts us up 4 with 5. As that ball is chopped towards the second baseman, who gobbles it up, throws it over, and we are out of the inning. So, your Dodge City A's score 3 runs on no hits. Gotta love it.
And lead it 3-1.
And we will see you in the top of the second.
You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
First pitch for a strike. Emerson.
So Emerson Lott now out for his second inning, gets a swinging strike as Molina, Harrington, and Snow do up this inning for the BJs.
And a quick 0-2 count, exactly what we need after putting up a big number 3 on the scoreboard. So, the 0-2 on its way. Fastball down the middle, fouled away for strike number 2, and the count stays at 0-2. So what's next for you, Justin?
I turn around and start getting ready for the school year, and we actually start, our public schools actually start Jumpstart, which is a 2-week summer session for K through 8 tomorrow. So I'll start driving for that tomorrow. And
where are you driving for that?
Here in town.
Oh, you're a school bus driver?
Yes.
Oh.
I drive for the public schools as well.
Oh, I thought you were just like the travel dude.
Nope, I'm not just with the college. I work with the college and the public schools as well.
So you mean to tell me you drive the college, you manage the fleet of the college, and you drive for the city?
For the public schools, yes.
My goodness, Justin, you are a very crucial man.
That one down low, and it's now a full count.
You know, I'm kind of curious. How many kids get on that bus? Because we're not a massive town, so how many school buses are there, like public school buses?
We have like...
How many are running at all time during, like, in the middle of a school year?
I got to think about this for a second as that pitch misses.
Down 0-2 to coming back and walking for a leadoff walk. You know, how about this? Here's the question. Is the population growing in Dodge City?
Yes.
Like, there are, every year it seems to be more kids getting on that bus. And every year it seems to be more and more.
Last year we got 3 new buses in the public schools. I got one of those new buses because my route was so big that I had an older bus. So I got one of the new ones that was a higher capacity bus. So that way I was not overcrowded.
How does that make sense? How big is your route out here? Because, I mean, Dodge City, land-wise, is not that big. I mean,
it's not just that. Like, the route that I was driving last year, I drove clear south of town. So I would go, I was going as far as 8 miles south of town, out in the country.
Wow. To get these kids to school.
Yes. And so, you know, I was having 70, 80 kids on the bus every day.
My goodness. As that ball, wow, spiked and bounced into the stands. You don't see that every day. Dom Roberts. So that ball was in the dirt, and Dom, like, tried to scoop it, and when he went up with his glove, forced it into the air, into the stands. Some lucky kid's going to get $1 off a wild pitch. That was a funny one.
I want to say there's like 25 routes, if I remember correct, somewhere in that range.
So you think Dodge City's going to hit 100,000 in the next 5 years? 5 to 10 years?
Maybe. I mean, we're bringing on a cheese plant that will increase our population.
Cheese.
So that's increasing. There's housing being built like crazy right now in Dodge City.
And I see some of them don't even have basements. Because I was looking, I was like, oh, those are really nice. I'm like, yeah, they don't have basements. I'm like, wait,
yeah,
what?
My house is one of them that doesn't have a basement.
Yeah, the ones that they're building right next to the high school don't have basements.
Mm-hmm.
But they look very, very nice. I will say, like, I could definitely see myself as that ball is pieced into the 5-6 gap. And station to station for them. As that ball is hit. So now the lineup flips over to Lane Snow, the left fielder. So 1 run on 2 hits for the BJs, but they are threatening first and third with nobody out.
So, yeah, and like I know that there has been talks about potentially having to add on to the high school at some point here in the next several years as well.
What do you mean adding on? Like
adding another wing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm one of those guys. I like seeing small towns get bigger, but then again, it's like some people want to keep it a small town. You know what I mean? Oh, no, that ball is Peace going out to left field. Gorsh drifting back. Gets it on the warning track. But with that, a run does score for the Liberal BJs. They come within 1, 2 to 3. But we do get an out on the play. Number 6, Ben Merriman, the center fielder, is coming in to hit right now.
He was hit by pitch.
With runner on first. Yeah, he was hit first pitch. So he's looking to actually hit, do some damage.
Yep. And the BJ's doing what they do, which is scoring early and scoring often.
And that ball is down low as Dom Roberts blocks it, but the throw not in time. Gets away from him just a bit too much for him to be able to get that runner at second base. The 1-0 pitch on its way to Ben Merriman. Swung through and missed for a strike at number 1, and the count evens up at 1 apiece. One to Merriman. Low for ball number 2. Count goes 2-1.
Yep.
Pretty good hitting count right now. Got to get in the zone because 2-1 and 3-1, 2 massively different counts. Got to get over right now. Pitch on its way. In there, strike number 2. Count evens up at 2 apiece. The 2-2 on its way from Emerson. Chipped foul. And the count remains at 2 apiece. You see, you look at Ben Merriman, widening up the stance, choked up on the bat. Good 2-strike approach out of him. Yeah, I know, like Emerson already at 40 pitches. We still do have the lead, but 40 pitches is a lot. As the ball is hit to third, Shannon with a diving play. Shannon gets up, spikes it over, and just not in time. But that does save the runner advancing to third. Great athletic play from him just to even get to that ball.
So that'll bring in Miller Durham. Durham singled his last time up. 2 on with 1 away for the BJs.
Man, I really wanted him to make that play so he could record it and post it. And they can hear me going crazy over it, but it's baseball. As that is labeled a hit. As that ball is thrown into the outfield for an error. Who gets that error?
E1.
Party of 1, solo party. An error for the Dodge City A's. And, I mean, I love my guys. I really do. But we do commit a lot of errors. we do that a lot. A lot of bad pickoff. Like, don't make the basic plays. You know what I mean? It's the little things. And now another runner on third base with less than 2 outs. Still 1 pitch away. A double play can get us out of it. As the ball is in there for strike number 1. As that pickoff not in time to Jacob Hassel. The 0-1 on its way is pieced up the middle for a base hit. And it is now tied up 3-3. The BJs go down and they just claw their way back, and we are back to an even ball game. 3 runs on 4 hits for the BJs. You know, you can't be mad at that. He was in the zone. If you get hit while you're in the zone, it is what it is. I'd rather have that than a walkathon. The 0-0 on its way from Emerson Lott. Ooh, almost wanted it, but it is low for a ball. As the ball's low and away for ball number 2, and the count runs 2-0. I don't know, like how you haven't been pulling your hair out, being up here by yourself, talking to yourself for the past like 8 games. As that ball is inside, and he swipes third base. A stolen base for whoever was on second.
Benton Merriman.
As that ball was low for ball number 3. If I believe so, it should be 3-0.
That is correct.
And that is ball 4.
Loads the bases.
Ryoto Kusamoto. I like that name. That's a good name. The right fielder. Oh, I hit this guy yesterday. I threw 2 fastballs. I don't know if he was just late on him or he was just a little under him, but swung and missed right through him. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw him the brain tickler. I'm going to throw him a splitter. Nailed him right in the quad. And I was like, well, if that doesn't show you the type of season that I'm having, I don't know what else will. Frank Tinoco, would you like to hop on the broadcast for a little bit? Mr. Justin will just do score, and you'll be up here talking with me.
He's doing scoreboard.
Oh, somebody has to do scoreboard. Justin, you could do score and scoreboard.
I'm quite happy in my spot right here.
Oh my goodness, he's a creature of habit. Loves. I mean, then again, I am too. I've ordered the same thing from McDonald's for the past like 2 years. So.
Oh, I'm definitely a creature of habit. I do not deny it.
I'm a very much a creature of habit. Do not like change. I mean, I've had the same girl for 6 years. I'm a creature of habit, man.
So we'll go back to work. A 0-0 count to Ryota Kusamoto with bases loaded. 1 away for the Liberal BJs, who have knotted this game at 3 apiece. We're in the top of the second.
And with a very good opportunity to score again as he swings out of his posterior for a strike.
So if I remember correctly, the BJs are done after tonight, and they await their first opponent in the NBC World Series, which they will face the Derby Twins coming up on Saturday.
Oh, so this is their last league game.
No, this is it for the season for them.
Oh, so you know who they already know who they're playing in the NBC?
Yes, it was announced in the game last night.
Oh, nice. And we played Derby, and we played them hard.
Yes.
So they are definitely going to, like, whoop Derby. I'm not even going to, like, I definitely see them making it out of Derby because we played them and they were, who knows, maybe they played their backup guys because it was non-league, but BJ's definitely better than them. I'll put it this way. I pitched against the Derby Twins 1 inning. I had 2 strikeouts and a ground out. The 1-2 on its way from Emerson to Mr. Ryoto. And, oh, another
2 runs.
Another clutch hit for the BJs. (5-3) Liberal on 5 hits. Liberal says you score 3 without even having a single hit. Guess what? We'll show you what actual hitting can get you. And they are now up 5-3. Can't even be mad. Emerson's doing his job. He is in there and in the zone. Just unfortunate.
Yep.
As that ball's also in the zone. Hit up the middle for a base hit, and another run scores. The score now runs 6-6. Or 6-6. 6 runs on 6 hits against the A's 3. My goodness.
We're now 45 minutes into this ball game, and fans, we're in the top of the second.
It just hurts, man.
It could be a long night at the ballpark.
It hurts because our pitchers aren't even doing anything wrong. They're just getting hit. You can't be mad at that. It's like, yeah, you can be in the zone maybe a little bit lower. Maybe you could do a little bit differently. But at the end of the day, if you're in the zone and you're just getting hit, it is what it is. You know, he's not walking the house. You know what I mean? That Ryoto guy, he had him, 0-2, 1-2, and he fouled off like 3 pitches. There's nothing you can do about that as a pitcher. I mean, that first pitch to this guy that just got on base, threw him a fastball. It was a strike, and it got hit.
Yep. And now the BJs have batted around because this is the 9th batter to come to the plate for the BJs in the inning with Mr. Cesar Gomez, who flew out his last time up.
This inning. As that ball's in there for strike number 1. I mean, the only thing you could think of is that maybe our guys need to start pitching backwards, which means instead of getting ahead with a fastball, you get ahead with a slider or a curveball. But then again, I threw a first pitch curveball for a strike, and it was sent over the right field wall yesterday. So, safe to say, Liberal's a pretty complete team. Going to get some ASMR from Justin right now, who's going to be munching on some sour skittles.
Nope, nope, nope.
I'm trying to find anything to have a good time with. As that ball is in there for a strike, 1 and 2. Just keep pumping strikes, Emerson. If you get hit, we can deal with it. And that's what he keeps on doing. Let's see. 1 and 2. Runner goes. And a double steal. And a double steal executed perfectly on the ball outside. Runners on second and third now with less than 1 out again. Already over 50 pitches on the day for Emerson as that ball is spiked. Great stop by Dom Roberts to keep that in front of him. You know, those ones that are spiked like 55, 56 feet up, those are the hardest ones to block because the spin catches the ground and it just goes all sorts of ways. And by the time it bounces, it's like up to where like your chest would be. So those are really hard. So that was a great job of him to keep that ball in front. We do have a full count now, and it will be on its way to Mr. Gomez. Oh, foul tipped. Oof. I also think his bat might have hit Dom's glove, I'm not going to lie. That's what it looked like to me. But, you know, that hitter wants to hit. He doesn't want to just, you know, get on base with something so cheap. 3-2 on its way. Payoff pitch. Hit to the third base. Shannon with another great diving stop. Gets it over there for an out. But another run does score for the Liberal BJs. Great play, though, by Shannon Martin. He plays a lockdown defense anywhere he's on the field. He's been at short. He's been at third. He's been at second. He's been in the outfield. He's been locked down.
Ramirez stays at second. That's going to bring up a mound visit from Ryan Spear, and the A's will be making a pitching change.
Why? There's 2 outs. There's 2 outs. We're already down by 4.
Going to Garrett Martin. So that'll do it for Emerson Lott as he exits a game with 58 pitches. The A's trailing 7-3. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
And so we are back with Garrett Martin on the bump to face Tommy Molina. First pitch from Martin. Up and in, ball number 1.
Three and 1 record for Garrett Martin, but he comes in with a 4-run deficit.
Let's see if Garrett can just keep it to said 4 runs. The 1-1 will be on its way from Garrett Martin. Molina takes low, ball number 2. Count goes 2-1.
Garrett Martin making his 15th appearance of the season for the Dodge City A's. Last pitched against the Western Nebraska Pioneers back on July the 16th. Went a third of an inning in that one.
Yeah, that was a rough series out in Pioneers. I mean, that was just a rough road trip.
That was a rough road trip overall.
How is that a ball? I do not know, but it is, supposedly.
So, Garrett with a 9.11 ERA has struck out 9 and walked 19. 2 on and 2 away for the BJs. Kaiser Harrington takes a pitch, and it's strike number 1.
Kaiser Harrington at the plate right now. Going to see an 0-1 from Mr. Martin. Low and away, ball number 2. Or ball number 1, my bad. Apologies. The 1-1 on its way to Mr. Harrington. Beautiful bender. Caught too much plate. Surprised the umpire for a ball number 2.
Might have been a little bit high.
Yeah. Might have been a little bit higher than middle for a strike at the top of the zone. But the 2-1 is on its way. That one would be up.
3-1 the count to Harrington. The A's looking for that elusive third out after the BJs have already scored 6 in the inning. They lead at 7-3.
The 3-1 on its way. And it misses low for ball number 4. And just like that, the bases are loaded. And the lineup flips over to Lane Snow, the leadoff hitter.
BJ's starting their 3rd trip through the batting order. Snow a sac fly, his last time up. Yes, starting the 3rd trip through the batting order in the top of the 2nd.
Look, Mr. Justin, just because it's happening doesn't mean you have to say it.
Call it like I see it.
Well, you know what I see?
I see baseball happen.
I see baseball players out there that really want to win. We really do. We don't like losing. I mean, I know that's crazy to say, and it's very obvious, but like
speaking of that, do you know when the last time the A's won a game?
Was it back in Nam?
Pretty much. July the 7th, and you know who we beat that game?
Oh, it was the Larks.
It was the Hayes Larks.
And we beat them by a convincing fashion, too. Like, we beat them by, I think it was like 4 or 5 runs.
2 more runs score, and that puts runners on the corners.
And 9 runs on 7 hits. And 1st and 3rd with 2 down with Ben Merriman. I mean, he threw him 3 straight strikes. Foul, base hit. It's like, come on, man. Sometimes baseball just baseballs you. You know what I mean?
Come at you hard and come at you fast.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's not much you can do. Like, I've known guys that are really dominant, but they have that day that no matter what's happening, they just get it. As that ball's also pieced into left field for another base hit and another run. So, and that is officially a 10 for the BJs.
BJ's lead at 10-3.
Yeah, like before every game, we always talk about like we're gonna break the streak today. You know, we're gonna do it today. We're gonna do it today. Let's do it. Like,
A high chopper fielded by Martin. Throw to first is in time. They get the elusive third out of the inning, but not after the BJ's plate 9. They lead at 10-3. We're headed to the bottom of the second. Gorsh, Martin, and Weiserman's due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jaron Gorsh set to lead off for the Dodge City A's as Cade Ralston returns to the mound for the Liberal BJs, and he takes the first pitch he sees at strike number 1. A's trailing the BJs 10-3. After the BJs plated at 9 in the top of the second and a hit by pitch that puts a runner on for the Dodge City A's. Cade Ralston with a little bit of the submarine sidearm delivery. The A's send Chaston Keck to the bullpen. Brings up Shannon Martin. Martin walked on his last time up. Martin's batting .282 on the season for the Dodge City A's. One on, nobody out. Ralston comes set, delivers. It's inside for ball number 1.
I was gonna caught myself. I'm on air right now. My bad. I was about to drop an F-bomb.
Shouldn't do that.
I caught myself. I'm gonna be honest. I was about to say, you know, F it. Just lean in there and get some hit by pitches.
All right, gotta have team at bats sometimes.
Forget it.
Wear it.
Just get it.
Wear it.
Yes.
Yes.
Attaboy, Shannon. Shannon didn't even feel that one. We're gonna be honest.
Back-to-back hit by pitches, puts runners on first and second with nobody out, and brings in Mr. Grant Weisermans.
Yeah.
Weiserman's batting at .394 for the Dodge City A's.
Yeah, he's got what, 52 hits?
50.
50 on the dot. Wow, my goodness. He's genuinely, I know that, liberals going to the NBC, and if they're allowed to, they should definitely just take Weiserman with them. Just toss a jersey on him, have him play under a suit.
I know. I was actually talking with some of the BJ's ownership last night as that pitch grounded the second baseman, or the second for one, and they only get the one on a fielder's choice. Shannon Martin forced out at second. Runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's.
All right, so you were talking about the liberal guy?
So I was talking to some of the liberal BJ's ownership last night, and they were like, hey, do you know of anybody that could help us pitch? I was like, well, let me think about this, because they're definitely looking for some arms.
Well, I probably would have said yes, but as we know what happened yesterday. So that brings up D. Roberts. Just put a ball in play, get us a run. Doesn't have to do too much. Get an RBI. Still no hits for your Dodge City A's. This could change on this next pitch. No, it will not change. Oh, it gets him on the hip. I actually think he might have felt that one. I'm not going to lie.
Yep, that'll put bases loaded. And it's something that you see every year as teams make the NBC. They start looking to the teams around the league that aren't going to try to pick up some additional players to fulfill a roster. I mean, all year long in this league, we're limited to 32 players, and I think it's the same in the NBC as well. So, you look to fill those opportunities and make sure that you've got a full roster as you go, and that you've got the depth that you need to get through a week-long tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Dalian will go out and run.
Of those 32 players on a roster, probably about 20 of them are pitchers. Because when you have your solid 9, give it to us for one more week,
Well, I mean, because you think in that week you're playing anywhere from 5 to 7 games.
Exactly. You need pitching more than anything. As the ball's in there low for ball number 1.
And especially in the NBC where you could be playing back-to-back, day after day.
And you could be playing at like 2 in the morning, too. I
Yes.
heard that one, too.
We've actually played that time slot once as the Dodge City A's, and it's not fun. Believe me, I know. I was there. I was actually in the box for that game. So I think it was 2017 that the A's played in the NBC World Series and actually played their first game in pool play right behind the MLB alumni squad. And it was a game that for us, it was supposed to start at like 11:30 at night. Didn't actually start until 1:45 in the morning.
What do you mean the MLB alumni squad?
It was a group of MLB alumni players that came in and played basically an exhibition game.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, sir, this is for college. It literally says National College.
I mean, but that was back when the NBC was a much bigger tournament, prior to COVID.
Mm-hmm. Do they know what teams are going as of right now?
I believe that most of the teams are filled out. I think they were still awaiting a couple more leagues to finish up this weekend.
I mean, and there's also like some teams just don't have the finances to go either. Like, there's some pretty great teams out there. Like,
I mean, I know that the Seattle Studs are obviously coming back. The Hutchinson Monarchs.
Never heard of them.
Hutchinson Monarchs are coming back. They won the tournament last year.
Where are they from?
Hutchinson, Kansas.
I didn't know that. And where's Hutchinson at?
It is just outside of Wichita. It's about 2 hours from here.
Oh, so they're in that Jayhawk League with them?
Yes.
So they're ahead of the Derby Twins then, right?
They are not in the same league. I don't think.
So then, what other league could they possibly be in?
Actually, yeah, they are in the same league.
They have to because, I mean, there's no
There's two other Kansas leagues. There's the Jayhawk and the Kansas Collegiate, which the A's used to be in before joining the Rocky Mountain.
I didn't know there were that many teams out there that could fill out that multiple leagues like that. I mean, where else are these people playing? Because I only know, of Wichita, which is like the big area.
Basically, most of those teams are in the Wichita area.
Okay, but they have there's so many of them. They have 2 different leagues.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Because like there's
So the A's have scored 5 runs on no hits, and that brings up Ryan Buckley.
yeah, 5 runs on no hits. Okay.
So technically, a no hitter has been thrown. Still looking for that elusive first hit. I have a feeling Ryan might be the one to break it. He's going to get one of those little funky, herky-jerky curveballs and put it over, I wouldn't say by the scoreboard, probably more where the word Cav on Cavalier is. But
So, you have teams out there. There's a bunch right in the Wichita area. That one's grounded to the second baseman, throw to first in time, and it ends the inning as the A's strand 2 more. And that will do it. We'll talk about this more when we come back.
didn't switch it back.
Fudge.
So, as we come back.
Sorry about that.
We come back. There is a strikeout because Mr. Justin forgot to switch back the sponsors. But it is okay. It happens. We're all human. Nothing of consequence happened. It was just a strikeout. It happens. You know, we're all human.
Down in the count, 0-1 is Kusamoto as he takes the first pitch for a strike. Kusamoto singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Swings and miss and goes down to a knee and down in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. One ball and 2 strikes now, the count to Kusamoto. As Martin will deliver high and outside and evens the count at 2 apiece. Two goes foul.
Yep. Garrett Martin giving us the type of inning that we need right now.
The A's need a shutdown inning.
Definitely do. As that ball is chopped to the right side.
Fielded by Jake Vassell, a foot race, and Kusamoto beats it out.
For an infield hit. Oh my goodness. See, that's one of those plays where as a pitcher, the second you see a ball go to the to the right side, you need to be sprinting over. Like the way that I am, like I always tell my guys, if there's a ball on the right side, you sprint to first base until it's a yes until it's a no. Not the other way around. You need to be actively running to first base until you see somebody else take it over you. Well, with that, a runner is on, and the ball is low. Ball number 1. Runner advances to second base on the wild pitch. Bro is lost in the sauce. My goodness. Mr. Justin just showed me a picture of someone's baby that has a bunch of buffalo sauce on him.
It's actually Danny's kid.
Oh, if the viewers know who Danny is, then I don't want to say that and be like, who's that guy?
Yeah, Danny is one of our
He's
back office guys that does a lot of the background work to keep the team
a lot
going.
of extremely important stuff that we never see, but it's so crucial. As that ball is called late for a strike. Thank you, Blue. Needed that one.
Yeah. Believe it or not, there's a lot of different things that go on in the background that
that I'll never
that
know, and I
people
don't want
never
to know.
see.
And I don't want to see it, and I don't want to know
I mean, there's a lot of things that go on just between myself and Danny and Chris and the rest of the organization that, all you guys see is you come out here and play baseball and things happen.
And we appreciate that so much from you guys, that we are able to just come out and play baseball and not have to worry about anything. Because I'm going to be honest with you, man, being in an office and doing office stuff and doing financial stuff and having to worry about all this other stuff. Wow, as that ball's hit up the middle, probably not going to be in time. Ooh, great play by Eric Mendoza up the middle. Great play by him, my goodness. But the runner does advance to third base with 2 outs.
Brings up Cesar Gomez. He's 0 for 2, grounded out his last time up.
As that one is in there for strike number 1. Oh no, get foul. Thank you. 0-2. So super early on that curveball. I'll throw him another one. See if he can keep his weight back.
1 on and 2 away for the BJs, and the A's trying to get the shutdown inning.
My goodness, Roberts has been working today. He has been working insanely.
Yeah. The A's pitching staff definitely need to buy Mr. Roberts a hamburger or something.
The ball's pieced right at Shannon Martin, gobbles it up, fires across, and we have a shutdown inning. We will see you in the bottom of the third with Zach Mora to lead off. No runs on 1 hit and no errors.
Yep.
We will see you in the bottom of the third. So we are leading off with a hit by pitch by Zachary Mora and another runner for your Dodge City A's that gets on by not hitting. So with that, that brings up Mr. Eret, who made a great play up the middle to potentially save a run last inning. And strike number 1 on the inside corner. Do you smell like spray paint or something? There's definitely something. As that ball is poked, foul down the right field line for strike number 2.
So the A's have scored 5 runs, have stranded 4,
None.
and
No
have
hits.
no hits.
You know what? You know what's a phrase we've been saying a lot?
That's baseball.
That is baseball. There have been pitchers that have thrown no-hitters and lost.
Mm-hmm.
So, come on. It's baseball. The 0-2 on its way to Doza. Ooh.
Wear it.
Doza.
Wear it.
I don't think Doza realizes how big of a kid he actually is. He definitely would not have felt that. But now we have a 1-2 instead of first and second. As that ball's chopped. Short. Oh, wow. Great turn. There is an out, though, on the play by the pitcher to get that one to second base. Great turn. Off-balance throw perfectly at the, I think it was the shortstop that was taking it over.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Jaron Gorsh coming up with Sweet Dreams, Garrett Odie's walk-up song. Yo.
1 on, 1 away for the Dodge City A's. That brings in Jaron Gorsh. Gorsh was hit by pitches last time up.
And once it's cool, twice is going to be even cooler. As he swings and misses at that pitch for strike number 1. Mr. Gorsh. 0-1. Gonna see it. Oh, let it hit you again, big boy.
The BJ's pitching staff has issued 4 hit by pitches and 6 walks. So 10 free bases issued by the BJ's pitching staff already in this ball game.
Yeah, but they haven't given any hits, though.
Not a hit yet.
How does that make you feel as a pitching coach? Haven't given up any hits. Yet they're still in the game just by the amount of walks. The 1-2 on its way to Jaron. Outside, ball number 2. Count evens up at 2 apiece. Oh, we're about to hit our 3rd time through the lineup too. So 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3.
Gorsh will go down swinging. That's 2 away and turns the lineup over to Shannon Martin.
Mr.
Martin was hit by pitches last time up. Martin averaging .282 on the season.
The first pitch on its way to Shannon Martin, who will be getting our first hit of the game. I'm calling it. I'm putting it into existence. I'm manifesting it.
Goes for ba.
I'm going to manifest it.
A's trail 10-5. We've worked our way into the bottom of the 3rd. This game almost an hour and a half old.
And I think we're going the full 9 because we're going to get some shutdown innings from Garrett Martin. And then Chasen's going to get in there and just go dominate. And that ball's out for ball number 2.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count to Martin. Ralston delivers. It's outside, and the count moves to 3-1. So the A's playing tonight. It is their final home game of the 2024 season. They have 1 more game left as Ralston pulls that one into the opposite batter's box. It's ball 4 to put runners on at first and second. The A's will play their final game of the 2024 season tomorrow against the Hayes Larks. That game at Larks Park, 7 p.m. first pitch. So that brings in Grant Weisermans. Runners on first and second with 2 away. Weiserman's batting .394 on the season. The first pitch goes low, and it's ball number 1. Two 2-0 pitch coming up to Grant Weisermans as that one goes high, but it's called strike. Count now 2-1.
G-Wise, please do it. G-Wise, you can. Oh.
Weisermans pops it up. It's headed out into that triangle area, but Gomez calls it off, takes it. That will be out number 3, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Tommy Molina leads off for the Liberal BJs. He's walked on both times he's been at the plate and is a 1-ball, no strike count from Garrett Martin out for his 3rd inning of work, as that pitch is called strike 2, even the count at 1 apiece. Martin delivers inside, gets Molina to swing, comes up empty, down in the count 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes, the count to Molina. Sun beginning the process of setting here at Cavalier Field. The lights are on as that pitch goes outside and the count runs full.
The full count offering on its way to Molina. Swung on, and we will do it over again.
We'll see another payoff pitch from Garrett Martin.
The full count offering on its way again. Pieced, my goodness. Just a long strike, though. Don't mean nothing to us.
Yeah, just another foul ball.
It's just a foul ball. It doesn't matter your exit velo or how far it went. It's still foul. The full count. Another foul ball. This is shaping up to be, what, a 9-pitch AB? Justin is doing counting. He get big.
9th pitch coming.
Big number. Big number, scary. The full count again. Another one. We're now going to hit double digits on the leadoff batter. Garrett Martin at over 40 pitches.
47 to be exact.
I wanted to say it, but I didn't know if I was keeping it count proper. So we have another full count offering to the catcher, Mr. Molina. The full count offering yet again on its way. Pieced. Foul again. My goodness. Talk about a battle between pitcher and batter. My goodness. Another one from the G-Man. Fouled off again. Good play. Good hands by the third base coach. You know, this is so impressive by Martin to just keep pumping strikes like that and not give in. Don't give in, G. I mean, no matter what happens, this is good on both sides. Throw that many strikes. And it ends on a strikeout. How many pitches was that? 13?
12.
12 pitches in a single AB. Even though he does go down to the plate, that is a good AB.
Yeah. And even more interesting is you watch Molina walk away. He's just smiling. He goes, yeah, that was it.
I mean,
What can you do?
you saw 12 pitches. You made them waste 12 pitches. You did your job at the plate.
Kaiser Harrington at the plate, 1 for 1, walked on his last time up. Takes first pitch, ball number 1.
Hey, but that first out's the most crucial one.
Yeah, something the A's didn't get very often yesterday was a leadoff runner not on.
Also known as just a leadoff out. Getting the first one out. As that ball is down for 2-0. Floated in there for... Ooh. I didn't see it bounce. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was like going to be there. But nonetheless, the count runs 3-0 from pumping 8 straight strikes, or 9 actually, to right there. Oof. Lane Snow getting his 5th AB? 4th AB?
Fourth.
4th AB.
Starting the 4th trip through the batting order, Lane Snow, 1 for 2. Singled the last time he was up. We're in the top of the 4th, and this game just over an hour and a half old.
It happens. It's ball. It's baseball. No pitch count. Or not pitch count, pitch clock. As the ball is spiked down, and Roberts gets blown up. Roberts has been working so much behind the dish today. He's definitely not happy though with like how everything, like having to work at that hard. You know, if you're making competitive pitches and you're working and you're working and you're working like that as a catcher, perfectly fine. You know, that's what you want. Oh, you see him look up towards the sky like, oh, how much more of this do I got to take?
One more game, Dom. One more game.
And you're not even catching tomorrow. It's fine because they switch off a new catcher every game. The 1-1 on its way. Runner at second, getting a little happy.
So yeah, the A's will either go back to T-Mac or to Isaiah tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Screw it. Give Ryan Buckley a time behind the plate. He's been catching our bullpens. He looks fine catching our bullpens. 21 on its way. Piece to center field, but G-Wise ranges back and gets it. And they actually are surprisingly going to tag, and G-Wise makes a throw to third, and not in time. The runner does advance to third on the sac fly. Good throw by G-Wise. Perfect one-hop to the third baseman, but sadly not enough, not close. 1 out away, though, from another 0 being put up by G. Martin. So a base hit is going to need to score him. As that ball is blocked again by Dom Roberts. Oh, I bet you can, he cannot wait to clock out.
I gotta say, the A's pitching staff owes that boy something. Hamburger, shake.
He's definitely getting his money's worth, though, from the gear. Like,
yes.
That gear definitely well, you know. Oh, a check swing, but it might work. Shannon has to rush with it, and he does. And another shutdown inning for the Dodge City A's. So we head to the bottom of the 4th with the workhorse, Dominic Roberts, leading us off. You've been listening to Dodge City A's
Baseball.
Baseball.
Dom Roberts set to lead off for the Dodge City A's. It was hit by pitch last time he was up. Roberts batting .265 for the A's. Takes the first pitch he sees from Ralston outside. It's ball number 1.
Has also been getting hit with pitches behind the plate, sadly.
At pitch, fouled off. Evens a count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch coming up.
Ooh,
Little check
on the
swing.
inside. And out number 1 is recorded.
So that'll bring up Nate Murphy. Murphy's 0 for 1, walked on his last time up.
The big Murph.
Murph batting .230. Pitch misses to Murphy. It's high. Ball number 1.
The 1-0 on its way to Murph. Slides in there for a strike. Strike number 1. Hey, how's it going, Leo? You got yourself a cupcake, I see? Is it your birthday? Yeah. Is it actually your birthday? No. Oh. I was about to be like, wow, happy birthday, man.
The one on the beer section.
Hmm.
He's turning 48.
Down in the count, 1-2 is Murphy. Ralston now
on its way.
55 pitches with that one. 29 have been in for strikes.
The 2-2 on its way. Plopped. Foul. And the count remains 2 apiece. The 2-2 on its way again. Chop to the shortstop. Grabbles it. Throws. And another out. And that'll bring up Cheese. Jake Vassell.
Vassell grounded out the last time he was up. Batting .321 on the season.
Hey, he's actually been doing really well as of late. He's got Beyonce on
First pitch swung on and missed.
The 0-1 on its way inside for ball number 1. Count evens up at 1 apiece. The ball's outside for ball number 2. 2-1. Good hitting count right now. Looking for some down the middle, but with the way these guys throw, it's, you know, even if you're looking at a pitch just middle, they have so much movement on it that you're never really getting anything straight.
Pitch was fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
The 2-2 on its way. Chop towards the third baseman, who picks it up, fires across, and sets the A's down again in order. Top of the 5th, coming up with Garrett Martin. Go back out there, see. Oh, no. Chaston, hometown hero Keck, going out there to see if he can flop another 0.
We'll be back with the top of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Middle of the order due up as Chaston Keck takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's.
Chaston, hometown hero, Keck on the mound. He's been having a good one this year.
Che enters the day an 0-2 record on the mound for the Dodge City A's. He last pitched against the Western Nebraska Pioneers back on July the 17th. He gets a check swing from Miller Durham, down in the count now 0-1.
Gets a full swing from Miller, actually, because it was a changeup that he swung over.
Well,
And that ball is just flicked into center field. How did that ball go as far as it did? He literally just flicked it. But with that being said, we do have an out. That'll bring up Mr. Matt Mendez.
Keck on the year, a 5.89 ERA in 18 1/3 innings pitched.
So he's had a pretty good year.
One away for the BJs. Mendez steps in, went down looking his last time up.
As that ball is outside for ball number 1. The 1-0 on its way from Keck. Outside, ball number 2.
The 2-0 pitch again
3-0.
outside makes it 3-0.
Looks like he's just trying to overthrow it instead of just staying in the zone, like how he did with the last batter. Just stay in the zone. Don't gotta do too much. Just get in there and have a good time. 3-0 on its way. 3-0, massive swing, but that is not going to have the distance to go out. And
It's actually
Jaron,
an out.
Jaron over there gets it and hauls it in for out number 2.
In fair territory nonetheless.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy 3-0 swing, but I mean, you are up by 5, so not the craziest 3-0 swing that I've ever seen. No runners were on. It's not like, it was a crucial situation.
Brings in Kusamoto with 2 away. He's 2 for 3. He has singled the last 2 times he's been up. Takes the first pitch outside. It's ball number 1. Che's longest outing actually came against the Pioneers on the 17th, where he went 3 1/3. Faced 15 batters, allowing 3 runs on 3 hits.
That ball's ripped to right field, and it is
over the wall.
Gone. A bomb for Mr. Ryota Kusamoto. So, something like a pretty good painless inning is disrupted by a laser beam over the right field wall.
BJ's lead this one 11-5 now. 11 runs on 10 hits, no errors. 5 runs and still no hits for the Dodge City A's.
Yeah, but we scored 5. So, yeah.
First pitch misses to Ramirez. It's ball number 1, and
the 1-0 on its way from Chasing Kick to Mr. Ramirez is, ooh.
Ball misses down. It's ball
It's
2.
2-0 now. The 2-0 on its way. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. Count goes 2-1.
Two-one delivery from Keck goes inside. It's called strike. Evens account at 2 apiece.
The 2-2 pitch on its way from Mr. Keck. Chopped down third base. Another great play by Mr. Oh my goodness, Mr. Shannon Martin, you are a good man. Another great play by Shannon Martin to keep the inning close.
We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Buckley, Mora, Mendoza due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
So we are back with a new pitcher on the mound, Logan Wade, to face your Dodge City A's. Ryan Buckley leads off. Grounded out hard to the second baseman last time, so put a barrel on it. Let's see if we can catch another one. Just get a little up and get us a base hit. That ball swung on and missed for strike number 1. The 0-1 on its way to Mr. Ryan Buckley. Fouled back off of a pole for strike number 2, and the count is quickly 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes, account to Buckley. Buckley 0 for 1, grounded out the last time he was up, takes that one outside. It's ball number 1.
The 1-2 on its way to Ryan Buckley.
Buckley's batting 125 on the season and buzzes the tower with that foul ball.
So Buck hoping to have some better fortunes throughout the season. This game, see, maybe he can turn it around. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. As that ball is
Check
low.
Swing, and they say he went around. That'll
Didn't even appeal. I thought they were going to appeal it, but I guess Blue had a swing. So Buckley's back in it, actually. I don't think he went around, so.
now he's called out, as that is called strike 3, and that will send Buckley back to the dugout. That brings up Zach Mora. Mora's 0 for 1, a hit by pitch his last time up.
So a little bit of confusion on that last one, but it still ends in the same result, just one more pitch needed.
Zach Mora has cooled off a little bit as of late, batting 181 on the season now.
And
gonna
there
get
it
down for a
is.
base hit.
The first base hit of the day for the A's.
The A's break through with their first hit, and a much-needed base hit for Zach Mora. So that turns it to Eric Mendoza, who is 0 for 2, hit into a fielder's choice his last time up.
There's
Mendoza.
that, what would you, I mean, it's not so much a curse, but that commentator jinx saying that he needed to turn it around, and he did. He just turned around that fastball, hit it into left field for a base hit.
Mendoza's batting 171 on the season.
That ball's
Takes
low.
that one low. Gorsh stands in the on-deck circle. The A's working their third trip through the batting order right now. We've worked our way into the bottom of the fifth. The A's trailing it 11-5.
The ball swung on and missed by Mr. Mendoza.
The 1-1 delivery coming up from Logan Wade on the mound.
As Mora gets to second base and is safe with a stolen base. I believe that pitch might have been a strike. It looked good to me. I'm going to go with strike.
Mora at second. 1-2 pitch coming up to Eric Mendoza. Wade looks in, gets a sign, takes a look back at second. Delivers, it's a check swing, and says, nope, it's ball 2. So the A's with an opportunity here. The BJs, they scored 1 in the first, 9 in the second, and 1 in the fifth. Your A's 3 in the first and 2 in the second.
Is the ball swatted foul? I'm just happy we got a base hit, man. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm just so happy we didn't get no hit. That would have been embarrassing. But, hey, we're
Hey, we
past
had
that.
scored 5 on no hits.
Now that we have 1 hit. Oh, and a pass ball allows Mr. Mora to advance to third. So all Eric has to do right now is just put a baseball in play for a run. So we can get that 1 run back. All he's got to do is just put a ball in play. Get us a run.
Payoff pitch coming from Wade. Delivers. It's up the middle. Fielded and throw to first in time. It's an RBI ground out for Eric Mendoza. He does the job. The A's get on the board and they answer back. It is now 11-6.
Yeah, that's a good job by him, though, not to go down on strikes. Put a ball up the middle. It almost got up the middle. He almost got a base hit on it, but shortstop ranged over and made a good play. Jaron Gorsh coming up to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. See if he can get something started with 2 down.
Gorsh 0 for 1 went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep.
Batting 167 on the season.
Is that 3 players in a row with less than 200?
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's 4 in a row.
Yikes. The 1-1 on its way to Mr. Gorsh.
I mean, that's what happens when you have at least 2 games in the season where you're shutout run ruled.
Yep.
2-1, the count to Gorsh. Shannon Martin stands in the on-deck circle to see if the A's will turn the lineup over. The 2-1 delivery is low.
3-1.
3-1. The 3-1 delivery from Wade, fired in, and it's ball number 4. So the A's get a walk out of that one, and it turns the lineup over to Shannon Martin, who is yet to record an official at bat in the ball game. 2 walks and a hit by pitch.
She has baseball. Has baseball.
So back at the top of the order with Mr. Shannon Martin. He steps in with 27 runs scored on the season and 29 hits. First pitch he sees is a
Nothing.
throw back to first. Not in time.
Obviously, otherwise we'd be pretty mad up here. The 0 looked at for ball number 1, low.
Ugh. 1-0 pitch coming up to Martin.
My goodness, I felt like I
High
should
fly
have
ball.
done it.
It's left. Going.
Oh
going.
my goodness, it's a bomb. Oh, that's my own fault. I should have called it. I literally had a feeling. I genuinely had a feeling. I was like, I feel like Shannon's going to do something crazy right here. And he did. And, you know, that's 2 times that's happened with him that I should have called it. I should have known. My goodness, that was a bomb. First official AB is a nuke.
Shannon sends one over the left field wall at the 3:30 mark. The A's get 2 runs out of it.
And my goodness, we have a ball game on our hands. We are now only down by 3. So we're in it now. We're in it. Gonna need a shutdown inning from Chase and Keck, and we're really gonna be in it.
A's trail it 11-8. As the pitch to Grant Weiserman's in for ball number 1. Grant on the season is 26 runs scored, 50 hits for the Dodge City A's as that pitch is called strike. To even the count at 1 apiece. Weiserman's is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He flew out his last time up. That pitch misses high, and it's ball number 2.
Hey, like I said, man, we don't like losing. We really don't. Like, we want to win. We come out here every day wanting to win. You know, although, yeah, it hasn't happened, we don't just like laying down. We really want to win. Like, nobody wants to come out here to lose. You know what I mean? So the 2-2 on its way to GY's. Inside for ball number 3, and the count goes full.
10-game losing streak for the Dodge City A's.
Just because it happened doesn't mean you need to say it.
Just saying. And it's all public record.
Oh, struck out.
That'll do it for the inning. The A's get 3 out of it. They trail 11-8. We're headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball.
So we are back in the top of the 6th. The first pitch was a ball from Chasen, who comes back and fires a strike. And the count goes 1 apiece.
One and two, the count now to Gomez, who is 0 for 3 in the ball game.
Oh, inside. Che thought it was strike number 3. He started walking off the mound. And can I help you? No, thank you. Just looking. Seeing strike number 3.
Pitch was called strike. Brings in Tommy Molina. He is 0 for 1. Went down swinging his last time up. One away for the BJs in the top of the 6th. They lead at 11-8. The A's have 8 runs on just 2 hits in the ball game. Back-to-back strikes, and Molina down in the count 0-2.
The crowd's getting into it, too. It's looking good. It's shaping up to be a good one. Ooh, ball up.
So the fans being treated with a discounted hot dogs after the second ketchup, mustard, and hot dog race of the day. Mustard won the first one, hot dog winning the second one, and it is now half-price hot dogs at Cavalier Field. Pitch was a long, foul ball, and the count remains 1-2.
We got a ball game on our hands, boys. Only down by 3 now. Chasen puts up a 0 right here as he swings and misses for strike number 3. 2 strikeouts back to back. Ooh, I think the momentum's shift in our direction. We want to put on a good show for our fans for our last time out here for the summer. Really want to get them a win.
It'd be sweet if the A's could get one on the Liberal BJs this year as that pitch misses high for ball 1 to Kaiser Harrington. Harrington has walked on the last 2 times he's been up. He's 1 for 1, singled the first time he was at the plate. Takes the pitch inside. It's ball number 2.
Thing is, though, is Chasen's really got to give it his all for the rest of this game because, you know, this is going to be his last outing. I don't know if he's going to go play another year somewhere else.
I know he has offers.
He does have offers, but I don't know if he wants to pull the trigger on those offers, you know. But he definitely does have offers if he wants to play or not. But, you know, this is definitely his last outing of our season, and we're going to ask a lot out of him.
Well, the A's have 4 more innings to get through.
That ball's outside for ball number 4. Let's see. Who do we have for pitching? Okay. Cole is done because he pitched a few games ago.
He's also leaving.
Well, yeah, but he also like needed more time. So he pitched 2 recently. Emerson's obviously done. Steven's done. I think we have Odie. We got as that runner goes, Dominic, shoot him. Dominic shoots him out of bay, Dom, to keep us in the ball game.
Snow not happy, in disbelief that his base runner got thrown out, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. The A's trailing 11-8. It will be Roberts, Murphy, and Vassell due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
And we are back in the bottom of the 6th with the shooter himself, Mr. Dominic Roberts. Is this the same pitcher as last inning? Logan Wade? As that ball is swatted, foul. Number 10. So we'll look at that roster. Number 10. There is no number 10. We have another one where we do not have this man's roster. So mystery man at the dish right now. Or not the dish, but on the mound right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know who I wanted to see go to the NBC was Fort Collins. I thought they had a really good chance. They were a really good team, too. But they were only really good. Justin getting up right now. Going to go find out who is actually there on the mound right now to accurately keep stats. As Dom chops that ball to the shortstop who gathers it, throws across, and we have an out to start off the bottom of the 6th. Bringing up Nate Murphy, playing right field today. Nate Murphy looks at that ball, outside for ball number 1. That ball's popped up right to the left fielder who brings it in like a can of corn. 2 outs in the inning, and that brings up Jake Cheese Vassell. So the mystery man on the mound gets 2 outs in the inning, trying to put up his own 0. As the ball's outside for ball number 1. Count runs to 1s. The 1 went on its way to Cheese. Ooh, popped up, barely missed. He is not happy about that. Pitcher takes it himself. A 1-2-3 inning for the Liberal BJs. We head to the top of the 7th with Chase and Keck going back out there to hopefully keep us in this ball game. We will see you later. This is Dodge City A's baseball. And we are back top of the 7th with Chasen Keck trying to keep us in the ball game. Fires off strike number 1. It is a 1-1 count. Outside ball number 2. That ball swung on and missed for strike number 2, and the count evens up at 2 apiece. The 2-2 on its way from Chasten. Chopped foul. Count remains 2 apiece. As the ball's chopped to shortstop, Mora ranges, fields, throws, and we got an out. That brings up Ben Merriman. I was accidentally 1 batter ahead on the scoreboard, so I apologize for that. Chasing on its ring. Outside, 1-0. Inside for a strike. Attaboy. Way to paint it on the inside corner. I didn't think the Blue was actually going to give him that one, not going to lie. But he does, thankfully. So the 1-2 on its way. Piece into left field. It's going to get down. It's going to be extra bases for Ben Merriman. Gorch gets it up, throws it back in, hits Mora on the way over. And a 1-out double for Ben Merriman. First pitch to Durham is there for a strike. Got to find a way to put up a 0 right now, Che. The 0-1. Yup. Keep him in there. Keep pounding the zone. 0-2. You got this, Che. Che's going to come out with a nasty cutter right here. In on the hands. Have to. Got to do it to him. The 0-2 on its way. Oh, no. That ball is... Oh, not far enough. Right field, Nate Murphy brings it in with a rifle of a throw to third, but it is late, and the runner advances to third. But with that, we do have 2 outs in the inning. That brings up Mr. Matt Mendez, who's going to have to get a base hit if he wants to score his boy. Che's first pitch up and in for a ball. The 1-0 pitch on its way from Chasen is also high. Ball number 2. 2-0. No action in the A's bullpen, so we're going to be riding Che. This game is his. 2-0 outside, ball number 3. Action in the BJ's bullpen, though. Let's see if they have a 3-0 swing. They've done it before, 3-0 swinging. Let's see. And he doesn't give him a chance to swing 3-0, which is, I mean, still 2 outs, still 1 pitch away. Not the worst thing in the world. Robert's out there to talk to, potentially calm down Let them know you're just a pitch away. You got this. Get in the zone. The 0-0 pitch. Shot back at the middle. Fielded by Chase and Keck, and he's just going to run it over and take it himself. Way to get out of that little jam right there on one pitch. Attaboy Chasen gets his cardio in, running over to first base. And with that, we will see you in the bottom of the 7th with Ryan Buckley leading off for your Dodge City A's.
Buckley, Mora, and Mendoza due up for the Dodge City A's as Trevor Steele now takes the mound for the Liberal BJs. So Trevor Steele takes over the mound, and the pitching carousel for the Liberal BJs continues as Ryan Buckley steps in. He is 0 for 2. He went down looking his last time up. So the Liberal BJs, 11 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They've stranded 9 runners already in the ball game. Your Dodge City A's, 8 runs on 2 hits. They've stranded 6 with 1 error. The first pitch in to Buckley for ball number 1. The 1-0 delivery goes high from Steele, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 delivery inside, called strike, and that brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 2-1 pitch. Steele delivers, and it's low for ball number 3. The 3-1 called strike on the inside edge, and the count will run full. The payoff pitch, Steele with his right arm hanging, holding onto the ball, looking in. Working from the first base side of the rubber. He'll come set, has his sign. The delivery is high, but it's called strike, and that will send Buckley back to the dugout. He goes down looking for strikeout number 1. First out of the inning, and that will bring in Zach Mora. Mora is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. The first pitch to Mora goes outside, appeal down. No, he did not swing. It's 1-0, the count to Zach Mora. One 1-0 pitch outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Mora. Zach Mora, 18 runs scored on 19 hits for the season. As Mora sends that one, it's to the right fielder, Kusamoto, for out number 2. Brings up Eric Mendoza. Mendoza's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and hit into a fielder's choice. Mendoza with 2 runs scored on 7 hits this season for the Dodge City A's. Pitch goes low. It's ball number 1. Both catchers working behind the plate, trying to keep balls ahead of them. As that one was spiked, will go up the third base line. Count 1-0. Pitch misses high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch from Steele. It goes inside and misses. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Jaron Gorsh in the on-deck circle as the A's work to complete their 4th trip through the batting order. A's and BJs in their final time that they will meet this season. The A's have not beaten the BJs yet. That pitch is called strike and has the count at 3-1. 2 away for the Dodge City A's as we hit in the home half of the 7th inning. It is an 11-8 ball game in favor of the Liberal BJs. Pitch is down low, and it's a 4th ball. And that brings in Jaron Gorsh. Actually, the A's are going to go with a pinch hitter. It's going to be Isaiah Velasco. So Velasco is going to pinch hit. He will more than likely go to left field for Jaron Gorsh. So Gorsh was 0 for 1. He had a hit by pitch, a strikeout, and a walk. And that brings in Isaiah Velasco. So Velasco will get his first at-bats of the night for the Dodge City A's. The pitch is sent high and foul. It will fall out of play over past the fence for strike number 1. The 0-1 delivery coming up to Velasco. He'll step back into the batter's box. Takes his stance. Look over at first from Trevor Steele. The pitch goes inside. It's spiked. That will make it 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 delivery coming up from the new pitcher Trevor Steele this inning. Steele already thrown 16 pitches in the inning for the BJs. Swung on and foul tipped, and that will make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Mendoza on at first. He drew the walk just before this. There is work down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. Swung on and missed, and that will end the inning as Isaiah goes down on strikes, and we're headed to the top of the 8th. It is an 11-8 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. We are headed into the top of the 8th. Julius Ramirez leads off for the Liberal BJs. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game. Has grounded out the last 2 times he's been up. Chasten Keck returning to the mound for your Dodge City A's. As Ramirez will swing and miss and come up empty for strike number 1.
Sorry for leaving you hanging that last inning, Mr. J. Hot dog won. It was half price hot dogs, and, you know, I had to do what I had to do.
High fly ball, and I believe Isaiah Velasco went to left in replacement of Jaron Gorsh.
That's what it looked like when he went out there. Oh, my God.
Indeed.
That's my host mom who won the 50-50 raffle. I just walked by, Miss Sarah Porter. Let's see. I'll text her.
So Isaiah Velasco pulling down the first out of the inning.
Dinner will be on her when we get home. I best believe that.
Dinner's on her every night.
Okay, you know, you're right, but you didn't need to say it. As the ball's flared into center field.
That's just part of the host family program. They do an awesome job at taking care of our players.
Amazing
Our
job.
host families, like I said earlier in the broadcast, an integral pillar of this program. They not only provide a place for our players to sleep, but also provide meals, and they do provide even post-game meals for the players as they do a sign-up. It's not a requirement, but the host families do meals after the games as well. That'll do it for Chasten Keck as Coach Chris Isaac calls to the bullpen, and it will be Preston Roberge taking up for your Dodge City A's. We'll let him do his warm-up pitches. We'll take a step aside and come back after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
So we are back right here at top of the 8th, 1 down, 1 runner on first base with Preston Roberts taking the helm from Chaston Keck. That runner on first is Kex. So Preston Roberts on his way. First pitch popped up to right field. Nate Murphy calls for it, brings it in, and just like that, 1 pitch, 1 out, an effective start of his outing, Preston Roberts. Preston's family is in attendance today from Wichita, Kansas, so not the furthest drive compared to everybody else, but still here to support their Preston. That ball is low from Roberts.
Kaiser Harrington up 1 for 1, has walked the last 3 times he's been at the plate.
As that pitch is in there for a strike, actually looks like it crossed up Dom a little bit. Not going to lie, kind of caught that one a little weird. The 1-1 on its way from Roberts. In there for strike number, ball number 2. Okay. Whatever you say, Blue. Yeah. Okay, I don't know where that missed. Blue, pick up the phone. You missed a call. One, 2, and 2-1 are completely different counts. I know it's just one pitch, but in a game such as baseball, like every single pitch matters.
Well, and especially in a 3-run ball game in the later part of the innings, like that, those are big pitches to be making.
Now it's 3-1. The 3-1. Definitely going to be stealing. Yep. Oh, he almost had it. As that pitch is in there for strike number 2. I told you he was going to be stealing. At least attempting to. The runner will be off with the pitch. Let's see it. Can Roberts get in there and get us back in the dugout to go fight for some more runs? The runner goes. Runner's gone. And it is outside, ball number 4. So, first and second, and lineup flips over to Mr. Lane Snow. But at this point, I mean, you are 1 pitch away. You have a force at any base. So nothing too serious right now. We could definitely do it.
Sixth pitch of the or sixth at bat of the ball game.
Oh my goodness!
A throwing
Dominic
error
with a ball that was nowhere near the base. So that's another error for the Dodge City A's, and another one for the BJs. Wow. So 12 runs on 12 hits, or on 11 hits. Oh, you know what? Yeah, 12 runs on 12 hits. I missed a hit in the beginning of the inning. So, the 1 out on its way. Almost hits him. Ball number 2. 6th AB of the game for Mr. Lane Snow. Getting all of his money's worth on this trip down to Dodge. Swings and misses for strike number 1. The count goes 2-1. On its way from Roberts. Ball 3-1. So safe to say, I don't think Roberts will be pitching tomorrow. So who do we got tomorrow? We got Frank. I mean, we got me, but you know, trying to think, who do we have? Odie, Hazard. Oh, we got plenty of pitching tomorrow. Plenty. The full count offering on its way. Preston throws. And it is a ground ball to Zemore, who makes the throw across the diamond for out number 3. And run does score, sadly, on an error, making the score at 12-8. The BJs are up by 4. Let's see if your Dodge City A's can claw back.
Shannon Martin set to lead off for the Dodge City A's as we are headed in to the bottom of the 8th. The A's trail 12-8. Martin 1 for 1 in the ball game. His lone hit, a home run over the left field wall.
An absolute missile of a home run, too. That ball got out in a hurry.
So the catcher Molina wore the pitch in a region down low that balls are just uncomfortable when they hit.
That can mean two things. Little innuendo, good stuff out of you, Mr. Justin.
No pun intended.
Oh, hella pun intended. You know what Justin said? Justin said, hit him in an area where balls don't feel well after getting hit there. And I'm like, you know what? That's a little innuendo right there. A little pun. Little pun. Like that one?
We got a little laugh out of Frank.
Are you starting tomorrow? Why? Oh, that's right. Yo, so who's starting tomorrow? Is it Haz? Bass? Oh, yeah, because I was thinking about who do we have pitching tomorrow. We have Haz. We have Odie. I mean, we have me, but I know they're going to, like, use me as a last resort. And those are, like, the 3 that I know of right now because Cole's done throwing, too.
So the Liberal BJs are going to go to a different pitcher, or different catcher, I should say.
Tell me how funny would it be if he just spiked right now with this new catcher. And he's just like, oh, well.
Cormier.
This
11, Cormier.
This just in, Justin does not like my sense of humor.
Just trying to keep it family friendly.
Oh, my family friendly saying that how hilarious would it be if he spiked him again? That would not. That's family friendly. I didn't say anything wrong with that.
A 1-0 pitch to Martin misses outside. It's 2-0 as the Liberal BJs make a substitution at catcher. It is Matt Cormier.
My goodness, that ball must have hit him really square for him to take himself out of the ball game. especially in a good game like this. Inside, 3-0. So, from the looks of it, Shannon's only going to get 1 AB this game. But it was a very efficient one, I will say that. The 3-0 pitch. Ooh, spikes the umpire now.
Well, you got your spike.
Oh, umpire takes it like a man. He's just going to stay there. Wow.
So the A's have a runner on, and the BJ's pitcher, Trevor Steele, struggling with control.
Oh, yeah, his ball is going everywhere.
Literally.
Ooh.
Brings in Grant Weisermans. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Went down swinging his last time up.
The Blues' voice is going to crack on the next strike call. Strike. Oh, my goodness.
Rise delivers into center field, and that puts runners on first and second. Nobody out for the Dodge City A's.
My goodness, that was a laser beam from G. Wise. Exit velo on that one, yes.
Brings in Dom Roberts. Roberts a catcher for your Dodge City A's. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Grounded out his last time up. The first pitch he will see coming up from Trevor Steele. Steele with his sign comes set. Takes a look back at Martin at second. Delivers in. It's high for ball number 1.
Oh, baby. It's looking like it's going to be a good inning. First and second, nobody out. Pitcher's been struggling with command. The 1-0 Dom. Clutch up for us right now, Dom. Get us a base hit. As that ball's inside for strike number 1.
Fouled off into the net.
Dom did that his last AB too. Just like right on his hands, and he got a swing out of it. Let's go, Dom. Show me some discipline. Show me some maturity.
It's not.
Show them how they do it in Lake Erie.
The A's aren't out of this one yet. They have
not even
2
close.
on. Dom shows bunt, pulls back.
That's the right play, Dom. Atta boy. Be a team guy.
I'm not even sure he's doing it as much to move runners as he is to maybe mess with Steele and see if he can load the bases.
Nah, he's definitely doing it to get the runners over. That's what you're doing in this position right here. You want to help the team win. Get a runner in scoring position. I mean, you know what else could have happened? He swung on that strike, looked at the situation, and was like, oh my gosh. Like, hey, you know, that happens sometimes. You're human. So, bases loaded with nobody out on this pitch right here. Okay. Let's try this again. Bases loaded, nobody out on this next pitch.
The count runs full and a payoff pitch coming from Trevor Steele.
I wouldn't be surprised if Shannon got moving. He's dancing over there at second base, making that pitcher pretty nervous. The full count pitch on its way to Dom Roberts. Oh, swung on and missed. 1 out, double play in order. 1 pitch away to get out of the inning now.
Nate Murphy steps up. He's 0 for 3.
That hurt. That hurt.
Murphy flew out his last time up, and the A's with 1 away. Runners on first and second.
Let's see it, Big Murph. The first pitch to the Murph stick. And a ground ball to shortstop.
Throw to second for 1, and throw to first is not in time. So it's a fielder's choice that puts runners on the corners, and now 2 away.
So that brings up the cheese man, Jake Vassell. Clutch up for us, Jakey.
Vassell steps in. He has 0 for 3, is flown out the last time he was up. 2 ground outs and a fly out along with the walk in the ball game for Jake Vassell.
First pitch to Jake. Up and away for ball number 1. Quick snap throw back to first. Not in time. The 1-0 to Jake. Curveball in there for a strike, and the count evens up at 1 apiece.
The 1-1 delivery.
Another slow breaker in there for a strike, and the count runs to 1-2. So the Dodge City A's had a runner's first and second, so a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And that runner is now at third with 2 outs, wanting to score. As that ball is fouled back. The 1-2 on its way from the cheese to the cheese. Oh, swung on and missed for strike number 3. And we will head to the top of the 9th with Ben Merriman leading off for the Liberal BJs. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. So we are
Merriman's
back
3
here.
for 4 as he leads off.
And we are back here in the top of the 9th with Preston Roberge back on the mound. First pitch up for a ball. Ball number 1. Was Merriman the guy that scored on that throw?
Which time?
On the throw, the last one, on the 8th?
Mm.
I like the honesty. Mr. Justin has had a tough summer up here. He's going crazy. He's like, what's his name? He's like Tom Hanks on Castaway. Just going to start screaming Wilson. He's been up here by himself, just talking to himself for a whole season. Am I right? Am I wrong, Justin?
Oh, it's been a season.
All I'm saying is every time
We
you come,
could not have scripted this season if we would have tried.
scripting losing is not hard. Just want to let you know that. It's pretty easy actually to script that.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about everything this season. Like
no. Do the viewers
top to bottom,
you think the viewers know of the head coach situation? I feel like they have to. There's no way they don't. As that ball's chipped up the middle for a base hit.
but it's not just that. It's like everything that has gone on from, you know,
Can't really say much without like giving away a whole lot.
there's just so much that we've been through this season, and starting the season with, what was it, 28 players,
Mm-hmm.
not even starting with a plumb full roster. We were working against a bed situation where we didn't quite have enough host families to be able to have a full roster.
Really? I didn't know that. So, like, at what time do they start looking for the host families?
Oh, we'll start here in the next month trying to get host families for next year. Trying to shore up the families that we had this year, continuing to look for new families for next year. I mean, it's an ongoing process.
How do you guys end up, like, you guys ever tried door knocking?
I don't know if our host family coordinators have done that. I know that they've done quite a bit of reaching out, especially getting some families from the Youth A's organization. Obviously, you know, having Remington, Eric,
Che,
the local families helped us out a little bit this year.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
Remy
Miller's
is,
took on an extra player
Mhm.
for us. And so it's a constant ongoing process. And as a board, you know, we'll probably have our first board meeting here within a month or so to review the season and look at different things. You know, we're going to look at how the season went, how the players did, how some feedback from our host families, feedback from our players, you know, try to make some changes where they need to be made and try to do things to continue to make Dodge City A's better.
I mean, I genuinely do thank my host mom every single day that I see her. That I'm so thankful that she's my host mom. Because, no disrespect to any other host parent, she's the best, and it's not even close. Like, it's, like, yeah, these people opened up their homes to you. But I was family from day one. Like, I genuinely felt like I was part of that family the first day I showed up. And who knows, maybe that is the case for everybody else, and they're just not as open about it. But I'm extremely open about it, even to my other teammates. I'm like, dude, I love my host mom. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's the bomb diggity. So who knows? Maybe everyone else has that same, you know, feeling about theirs. I just, you know, they
Our
don't
host
talk about it as
families,
much.
from what I've heard,
They're awesome.
our host families have just rocked it out of the park this year as the payoff pitch misses to Miller Durham for ball 4.
Every host family I've ever talked to have been super good, nice, sweet people.
And,
Except
you
for-
know, it was a different situation this year. Like last year where our head coach actually was the third assistant or second assistant for the college. He had his own housing.
Mhm.
So having 3 coaches this year, that put pressure on our host family situation. And so, you know, it from starting that way, I mean, we had 3 coaches this season, which is something that we have not had for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's a massive like thing, and there's so much that we don't know. Like we're genuinely like the children. You know how you don't tell your children about the finances and how everything's running at home. You just tell them to go play Wii, go have fun. You know what I mean? Like it's exactly like that, where there's so much that goes on behind us that we have no idea about. All we know is, hey, can you get here to play ball? That's all we know.
I mean, all you guys know when we go on the road is we're going to a hotel and we're going to go play baseball.
And Justin's driving us.
But there's so much more that goes into that process. It's trying to figure out, you know, when do we need to leave? What are we doing when we get there? And that's like, there's planning and thought that goes into everything that we do. Just like here at home, you know, we've got a concession stand. There's the beer cart, the ketchup, hot dog, and mustard race. You know, there's people in the background that are constantly doing different things that make Dodge City A's baseball the good product that it is. And we couldn't do it without everybody that's here. You know, we had 3 interns this year. Maddie, Ashlyn, and Alexi, they all 3 played an integral part in what we did. And we couldn't have put this on without their help.
I mean, it's literally one of those things where it does take a village, like you say, and it's a really great thing to be a part of. Because I've asked other players, like how much, like the Foxes. I was talking to their coach. He goes, "No, they pay like $700 to play with us." You know what I mean? Like I haven't paid a single dollar. The only thing I did was get here.
Yeah. 3-1 count to Matt Mendez, and that is part of it. Like, you know, the Dodge City A's, Hayes Arcs, Liberal BJs, we're all free baseball clubs. We don't charge our players to come play, as that fly out is out number 1.
And not testing the arm of Nate Murphy, who so desperately wanted him to run.
Go ahead, run on ya. I dare you.
He really wanted to.
But, you know, just to further my point, there is a whole host of people. I say it every night as I close out the broadcast. You know, from the entire A's board and organization, we thank everybody that has put something into this organization to bring Dodge City A's baseball every year for the last, you know, I can't even remember how many years it is, but since 2007, this current board has been in charge of Dodge City A's baseball.
Well, we're real thankful for it. Maybe you guys might get some repeat players. Who knows?
And that's something that we're really trying to work on this year is, you know, for the last several years, we've had new coaches for the last 3 years. We've had new teams for the last 3 years. Grounded to Mendoza at second, throw to first was in time, and that will end the inning. And we are headed to the bottom of the ninth. The A's trail 10-8. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball.
And just like that, we're in the last half inning at Cavalier Field. We are. Oh, and this, I believe that is T-Mac at the plate, too.
It should be Buckley.
That's definitely T-Mac swing. That is definitely T-Mac. I know that swing.
Yep, I see the baby face.
It is so funny how he has a little, like, 10-year-old's face on not going to even lie, like a grown man's body. Like, he's a big dude. The camera doesn't do him justice. If anybody, like, has actually seen him and, like, talked to him with him, and like been face to face with him. He's not a small guy, you know. So I think it's hilarious. As that ball is
Pitch
popped, oh my goodness, that is
up the elevator.
that's a major league pop up, and catcher brings it in for out number 1, and that should bring up Zemore. It actually does. Doza does seem to still be hitting too. So we got Zemore. Zemore with a barrel his last time, right at the right fielder though, sadly.
One away.
As said right fielder is dancing to the music. Zemore. Ooh, looks at that one for a strike, which looked a little out to me. Not gonna lie. Ball's outside. That ball's pieced
1-1.
to the right fielder again for a base hit. And Mora is on first base with hometown hero Eric Mendoza.
That brings up Eric Mendoza. He walked on his last time up, 0 for 3 in the ball game. Pitch into Mendoza is called strike. Down in the count, 0-1. The A's down to their final 2 outs. A trail 12-8. The A's at 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the fifth.
As the ball's also there for a strike and quickly down 0-2.
Kappelman shaking off a couple, has his sign, comes set.
Fouled back.
Kappelman working much more quickly than Trevor Steele did. He would let his arm hang there for what seemed like forever before he'd come set.
The 0-2 on its way to Doza. Ball low. Count goes 1-2.
One, two delivery coming from Kappelman.
Check
swing.
Keeps him alive, though.
One, two delivery again. Kappelman set.
The 1-2 on its way. Zemore goes, and that ball is hit to the left side. And Zemore will run, and a double play to end it. Great play, great base running. I mean, it's aggressive. It happens, but Mr. Justin, I'll see you when I see you next time. Thank you.
That'll do it for this one. We'll take a step aside real quick, do our final game wrap-up after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. A's fall by a score of 12-8 tonight. The Liberal BJs, 12 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They strand 12 runners in the ball game. The A's, 8 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, and they strand 9. The game started just after 7 o'clock. We finish just over 3 hours later at 10:19 p.m. A over 3-hour ball game here tonight as Cage Ralston will pick up the win. Emerson Loss takes the loss for your Dodge City A's. The A's now have lost 11 in a row as they fall to the Liberal BJs, and they drop the entire series of league play to the BJs as well. Take a look at our scoring summary. The A's actually getting on the board early. Shannon Martin would lead off. The A's would actually get their first 5 runs without a hit. So Shannon Martin in the first would lead off, would draw a walk, followed by a Weiserman's walk and a Roberts walk that would load the bases. Jake Vassell would also walk and drive in a run, as would Ryan Buckley. He would drive in a run as well, as the A's would lead it 3-1 going into the second inning. Jaron Gore should lead off in the second with a hit by pitch, followed up by a Grant Weiserman's fielder's choice. And both of those individuals would come around to score, as Nate Murphy would draw a walk after a Dominic Roberts hit by pitch. That would give the A's hope at the time. A Shannon Martin home run in the bottom of the 5th, as the A's would get more runs there. More importantly, Zach Mora with the single and a Jaron Gorsh walk to put runners on for the 2-run home run by Shannon Martin. The A's would go quietly after that, as there wouldn't be much more. The Eric Mendoza would draw a walk in the bottom of the 7th, and Shannon Martin another walk in the bottom of the 8th. A Grant Weiserman single in the 8th as well, and a Zach Morris single in the bottom of the 9th. That wraps it up as the A's fall 12-8. They will be on the road tomorrow for the final game against the Hayes Larks. It will be the final game of the 2024 season as well. I am Justin Hergert, was alongside with Matthew Chavez tonight on the live stream. Also thank Frank Tinoco for being up in the booth to assist with the scoreboard and music as well. So that will do it for this one. For the entire A's board and organization, we thank you for following along this year as we say farewell and good night from Cavalier Field for the final time in 2024. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.